Now that could have cost me, could have cost the radio station his license and everything. So even if they do call, I'm gonna find out who it is. It's illegal for them to do that. That could have cost me my job. But what I come to realize is it's just probably competition. And I don't mean local people. I mean national people. So I'm not worried about it. Whoever it was knew exactly what they were doing.
Maybe you're looking for veneers. Most Valuable Smiles Veneer Special includes one free veneer with every 5 purchased. Or get that bright white smile you've always wanted by taking advantage of an exclusive $100 off Zoom booking treatment when you book today. And don't forget that 2022 is almost over. That means most insurance policies will reset by the new year, and to avoid losing that extra money, you need to.
So I had a right to be mad. Because it could have cost me my everything. Which of these major TV?
Baseball Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste. The best chicken around. Fish dinners. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to the former location. Bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Hey there, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works for multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less when you can have the list? 706-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine, CP Financial top local sales agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time.
So tired of this thing now.
Southern Sports Talk Show. That's Braves Country. Back McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
It goes too slow, guys. Sorry. What the heck? What the heck? Something's going on with the computer, internet this morning. Maybe I'm being attacked by them evil satanic trolls. Oh, Lord. Got to put another 500 things on in order for it to work. Good morning to you guys. I'm trying to get my poll question working. For some reason, I might have to come out of this and go back home because everything else is working. But the YouTube, maybe it's, you know. I want to punch the computer. All right, let's see here. All right, about time it worked. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
40% of all the loans, original loans, are for these types of loans. That's a very serious problem. That is Perry Johnson's 2 cents on the economy today. For your 2 cents, go to PerryJohnson2cents.com and enjoy life.
A military spokesperson paid for by the Sentinel Group. This is an important message for anyone diagnosed with cancer after being. A California jury recently found Monsanto's weed killer caused groundkeepers cancer and issued a verdict for $78 million.
Sure, it's taking 30 minutes to put something on the internet. My internet is working fine here. I don't know what's going on with this computer. Everything else is working fine around me.
Sentinel Group now. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Don't fight it alone. 1-800-619-8064. 1-800-619-8064. That's 1-800-619-8064. 1-800-619-8064.
NBC News Radio, I'm Tammy Ferdillo.
All right.
Kamala Harris is expected to unveil her running mate today. Democratic consultant Adam Kinsey says there's no bad.
Good morning to all the fantastic folks on.
I think that all the names that we have been hearing, though, are all good.
Harris and New-
Hey, Jackie, I have not forgot about you. It's just been, I've been trying to figure a way out how to get this over to you. So don't think I forgot about you. Good morning, 12. Good morning, Jackie. Martin, how you doing? Everybody, good morning.
Battleground states with her running mate this week. Reports say several U.S. personnel have been injured in a rocket attack against U.S.
No, I'm not a junkie, Zeus. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. You don't win the internet by being stupid. But at least it's just the internet. Thank God you're not stupid enough to call. I'm not a dope. I'm not into drugs. I'm straight edge. I'm better than that. I don't sit around smoking stuff. I'm not trailer trash. I don't smoke all that stuff and look in the corner and think lizard people are real. I'm not like you. I don't think lizard people are real. Somebody threw it away there, huh?
Is looking to lock up a spot in the Olympic semifinals. Team USA faces Brazil in the quarterfinals today in Paris. US is 9-0 against Brazil all time at the Olympics. The Americans finished group play in these games at 3-0 following wins over Serbia, South Sudan, and Puerto Rico. Brazil locked up a quarterfinals.
Somebody didn't want you working there, Pete.
The group stage. The US is going after its fifth straight gold medal and 17th overall in men's basketball. Listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Well, it's the fire spirit of nonstop plague, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick it off here. We got things to talk about. We're going to give you a real radio show, and I know you're not used to that on the YouTube because you're used to people talking about their feet or something. I don't know. Stay tuned. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most and one and only Neal, and of course, yeah, 50,000 plus of you now. It's 78,000 right now, plus of you on the Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud. Across my RyanORadio media page off of iHeartRadio, as well as we're all across, ladies and gentlemen, Amazon Prime. No, it's a real show, unlike you, Zeus. I don't know what's wrong with uneducated people living in their mom's basements. All right, we're also across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. We're across the Navajo Nation on what we like to call, ladies and gentlemen, the Navajo Nation and our British Columbia Isles of Canada, and 99.1 FM, the key, WQEE, ladies and gentlemen. To my haters, listen up, dumbasses. I am a man around here. No, nobody's a trans, you uneducated fool. Now we already got them started off. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, what's wrong with people who have three followers that get on the internet and everything? Good morning. The Navajo Nation are all over, ladies and gentlemen, from our friends. Daniel says good morning. Yeah, Earth Rock Radio out there in the Navajo Nation who don't like little nobodies as well. They like me. Thank you, Sweet Leaf says. I heard about them trying to mess up your show yesterday. I heard it's illegal to do anything like that, right? Yep. You can get them, right? Yep. I sure can. Well, thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me there. Your mama and me. You know, your mama forgot to tell you that I'm your real father, but I left you years ago, Yellowbird. I didn't want you because when I saw you come out, I said, he's going to be he's going to be a loser. I remember this jerk blocking, please. All right. Well, I definitely do that for you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I'll put them in there just for you guys. No problem. He just wants to mess around. And look, guys, before we get into anything else, welcome into Doc Brown, Pete Davis, Martin, my 70-year-old elder statesman. We bring him in, Martin, as well. We'll say hello to 12, my brother man out of New York. Daniel, the man who actually is hardcore Kansas City Chiefs fan. Good morning to him. My good Christian brother there and everything and everybody. So just to let you guys know, they are desperate for attention. Thank you. Just to let you guys know, we got a lot to talk about this morning. Israel at war. New York City fire takes 11 lives. Debby crashes into South Carolina. Hot topic of the day, hot August classic. Virginia City, Nevada racist, ladies and gentlemen. Also, WWE Raw after SummerSlam. CM Punk Drew continue. Bronson Reed attacks Seth Rollins. Wyatt Six defeat the American Made. Judgment Day split. Gunther and Randy Orton. Friday Night Lights, SPL. We'll talk with our good friend Richard Holdridge in the next hour. Fall football preview and SPL champions. And movie reviews with Shane B in the final period. So that's all. Coming up on a real radio show all over on 99.1 FM, the key, WQEE, home of inspirational talk and more. Just want to let you guys know, thank you for being there. Yeah, we'll get rid of those people. But just to let you know, probably most of them are just people on other wannabe radio shows or clickbaiters that are jealous that actually I'm on the radio and somebody like me wouldn't hire them. So don't feel bad about it. We wouldn't even hire them to go over here and work at the local station where the guys don't really sound like they belong in radio. We wouldn't even hire them to go there. At least those guys have more morals. Anyway, don't worry about it, guys. I just want to drop it off at the beginning of this show this morning. Thank God I went back and listened to my show, and the uncouth person that called yesterday that I thought was joking with me, and I was joking back with him because that's what we do here. I joke with Doc Brown. Martin jokes with me. All these people joke. Pete, we're having a good time, and we're learning and we're working with each other and learning from one another. And I thought the guy was joking, and then all of a sudden he just got really – you could tell in his voice he was going to get really serious, so I had to pull him off the air. I went back and listened to the show. I was like, thank God those words didn't go on the air that he said, because that would have cost the radio station its license. It would have cost me my job. It would have cost big bucks and everything, and we're not going to do that. So unless you can be couth like Martin and Doc Brown and Pete and people like that, they probably won't be putting anybody on the air. I'll be talking to you before you go on there to make sure you're all right. But I found out that was probably somebody that just was trying to do whatever they call prank call on their wannabe show, and they thought they were funny. Can't help it. Can't help it. All the major morning shows are threatened by us guys. And I'm not going to say by me, but by us because of the way you guys are doing. Who is everyone's favorite person on Storage Wars? Daryl, because he plays drums. But also like, yep. All right, which of these major TV reality shows did you or do you still watch? Storage Wars is getting 50% of the votes. Cake Boss, I love that show. Nobody's voted on that one yet. The Property Brothers, the twin brothers, out of Las Vegas, 10% of the votes, and 40% going to other so far. That's our poll question this morning since we're doing some stuff. I love them all. Huh? You play drums, boss man. Yep, that's why I like Doc Brown. That's why I like Daryl. But also, I like Yep, but I didn't like it that Jarrett and Brandy ended up getting divorced after a while. I like Renee and his wife. They're good. They're all funny. I can't really say they're my favorite. It's just that Daryl's one of my favorites because he's a musician. So there you go. Absolutely huge fan of Property Brothers. He passed away in Argentina this year at age 113. Whoa! That is a long life person that took care of themselves that just passed away at 113 years of age. Asthma Cannon. That is, I know it's sad, but at least 113 years. Haven't watched it in a while. Yeah, I've been watching some reruns of it. I slept in till 3:30 a.m. Oh, Martin, you're little lazy on me, brother. 3:30 a.m. out there in Washington. I didn't know they got divorced. Yeah, Brandy and Gerald got divorced. And I think towards like the 12th season, they started having problems and nobody really saw it. But the 13th season, they split and they started doing their own thing and going to separate auctions. They went to a couple auctions together. She had to be kind of like a whatever, but it had nothing to do. It had to do with finances and them having two stores and then closing one store, and it was all that. Neither one of them really cheated on each other, but yeah. I kind of skip over those episodes because it kind of hits me hard that two people that you see the way they acted in the first 10, 12 seasons, then all of a sudden they just kind of, but people have problems. So there you go. No worry. You're all right. They're all what is it? 20th season now? I don't know, whatever. It's something like that, but it's still out, still doing it. Cake Boss is still doing his thing too. And he's done a lot of spinoffs. Property Brothers still kind of doing spinoff shows too. So but there's many other ones that you guys were talking about. The other day when you guys were talking about them, that's why I came up with this idea for the poll question. Oh yeah, they were all so good together. And then every once in a while when they kept I think Barry was the most popular one because they had to keep bringing him up and his name up throughout the series when he wasn't even on there. So the original crew that started off are always going to be popular on Storage Wars. For those who don't know, go watch Storage Wars. Thank you, Dr. Brown. All right, which of these major TV reality shows did you or do you still watch? Storage War, 55%. Cake Boss, none. 9% Property Brothers, 36% other. 12 says Barry is cool. He was cool. And all he ever wanted to do is find that right item that can make him money. He had enough money to waste on those just to throw everything away. That anytime Barry got a locker, you'd think, man, if Ivy got that locker, he'd sell everything. If got that locker, he'd sell everything. That's Dave. If Brandy and Jared together at that time would have got that locker, they'd have sold everything. Daryl, he probably would have sold. All of them would have sold everything, but Barry's just like, I just want that one particular item. Guys, I know we're talking about Storage Wars this morning. All right, good Lord. Man, what a night it was. We'll get you a little Raw review in just a few and everything. I can tell you right now, man, we're going to get into movies this morning. Deadpool and Wolverine takes number 1 spot again for the second week in a row. We'll see what we got to talk about with Shane B in the final period. Also, next hour, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the second half of the next hour. We're going to talk football, fall football preview, high school, college, as Georgia's number 1. I think Alabama's number 4 or 5 in the rankings. Also heading into NFL. We'll get into that. Plus, we're going to congratulate the Chuckalaka Monsters and talk about that with our Friday Night Lights Scoreboard sports analyst, Richard Holdridge. He and I are going to talk a little sports next hour. So there you go. Also, and in the final period, Shane B and I are going to talk movies. Coming up tomorrow, Randy Rocket Cody from themetalden.com will be with yours truly. We're going to talk about giants, the same giants you heard in the Bible. They're still out there. We're going to talk about that. He's got a new story out about that. Plus, he's going to give an update on Jack the Ripper and a couple other stories. And we're going to talk about Mick Mars and the metal news. That's tomorrow on the show. And on Thursday, we're going to have travel the state with Sally Toole, as Sally and I are going to talk about histories and mysteries. That's all coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Histories and mysteries on Thursday. Kind of a reality show. All right, Jim H says, my good friend Jim H. But what is it with Universal Studios and Drunk and Disorderly? Well, I'm going to finish reading this. Lots of white people arrested there from there, like regular Florida man on steroids. I can tell you, Jim H., what it is, bro. They got all these kids that they don't teach them to be respectful, teach them to cuss and raise Cain and act a fool and all that kind of stuff, and say things that they shouldn't be saying and doing when they shouldn't be doing it. So since the dads can't really get on to their kids, the mom's like, don't you get on to my baby. They have to go get drunk at Universal Studios. Jim. That's exactly what it is. Hello, my friend, says Kurt Cross. Thank you, my Texas friend and the best voice man in the business. I can't stay. I wanted to drop in and say hey, and that I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. The Florida man, he's a legend. I better stop saying Florida man. I might get somebody mad that they got a station named that there. They might try and call and cuss me out like they did like somebody did yesterday. I won the internet. I won because I got it off the air in time to keep the station from losing its license and me losing my job and accounts. Yeah, I won it. 30 minutes past the hour, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great compliment. Thank you so very much. You're welcome, Kurt. I know you're my voice man. That's why. And everything. How you feeling about Alabama being number 4 or 5 in the rankings? There you go. Think that you're an Alabama fan. I hope I'm not getting confused with one of our other wonderful listeners. Anyway, how you doing today, Cosplay Maniac? I'm doing good. You got a cool name, Cosplay Maniac 237. That's a person that has a pretty cool YouTube page right there. I can already tell. But Jim H., that's what it is. They're not allowed to get on their kids, so they got to get drunk. But you know how some crazy white folks are. We're going to talk about them coming up after the break. I do not play Halo, Jose, but I bet you do, and you know how to do it, brother. Oh, you will be. You will be very popular, Cosplay Maniac 237, with a name like that. All right, a couple of headline news for you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Cosplay Maniac 237. Only been on a few months. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. You're a good person. Tropical storm at Debby. At least 4 people are dead. 3,000 without power in Florida's Big Bend area. And on Monday, as well as it plowed through Georgia, taking out 25,000 people, 25,000 lights and utilities and power throughout Georgia. So that's what's going on there. 80-mile-an-hour winds heading up to South Carolina as we speak. Good morning, cousins. How you doing, Kurt? How you doing, Kurt Cousins? You're my cousin, Kurt. I just had to say that, Curtis. Curtis, good morning to you. How you doing, brother? Yes, it's doing well right now. I think we're all right. We might get a little rain on it, but I think we're all right. So there you go. And that tropical storm is hit really hard. It's going into South Carolina as we speak this morning, so we'll keep you abreast of what's going on. It's 6:33 right now, and I've been up all day. Woo-wee, all day long. I did play Pac-Man back in the day, Daniel, and we got a local restaurant called Wishbone that's got a old Pac-Man game in there. Put 25 cents in it and play it. So cool. Get fried chicken, homemade fried chicken, best fried chicken around. Play Pac-Man. Come on. Wishbone fried chicken. All right. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue with the tropical storm. We'll keep you updated on what's going on there, ladies and germs. There you go. Curtis says again, they're watching another one that might develop in the Gulf again. I've noticed that, Curtis, and everything. And I'm going to be keeping abreast of that too. I hope it doesn't get too dangerous. But there's 4 dead. Thank God there's not that many people. I mean, that's a lot. That's one too many. But I'd rather all these people be without lights right now until at least they're alive. But and all that stuff. So we're gonna take a break here in just a few moments. Thank you, Cosplay Maniac 237. I appreciate that, young man. I hope you're a young man. I don't know. I'm just saying. Pac-Man was my jam growing up, said Daniel. Daniel, I'll tell you what, we got it here. So if you ever get into town. Good morning, Richard Spencer Jr. Good morning to you, buddy. Superhero Comic Stores has a pinball machine too. I need to go over there then, because I got to go back and see some of that stuff. Alex the Kid is my jam. Oh, I've heard of that one. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment. Bali, what's up, brother? My brother from another mother from way out there. I appreciate you being with us, my friend. Which of these major TV reality shows do you still watch? Storage Wars is getting 52% of the votes. Cake Boss has got 5% of the votes. Property Brothers, 14% of the votes, and 29% to others. And the reason the top 3 are in there, because I've watched all of those and still watch Storage Wars. That's why they're named. You're like, how did you come up with those 3 reality and no other ones, right? Because those are the ones I kind of watched back in the day and still do. Back in a moment. Thank you, Cosplay. We're going to try to be respectful, brother, while you're on. Hopefully, I get nobody wanting to make me act a fool. Because it costs us our license. Thank God. Just say CW show. Just say CW shows. There you go. Well, we were talking about video games, Ollie, and because cosplay is a video game extravaganza. Him and someone else asked about it, and then Daniel brought up Pac-Man. And I said we got Pac-Man at the local Wishbone Fried Chicken place, Ollie, and then we got talking about that, and then Pete brought up that there's arcade games, pinball at a local comic book store here. So it's all cool. I did see something, and I'll try to bring it up here in just a few. Trying to keep my computer from freezing up. Cosplay, enjoy every minute you have with your mom. There you go, brother. He said, I watched Cake Boss with my mom. Awesome. The fantastic inmates. Now you guys are called inmates because this is called the RyanORadio Penitentiary for those of you joining us for the first time. The RyanORadio Penitentiary. And you are considered inmates, the most dangerous people on the internet. And of course, I'm going to ask again, we're probably going to take people off the air to talk to them to make sure they know they're not going to get on the air and almost say something that could get us in trouble because we are real radio. So we can't just, and I appreciate everybody at, not just being PG, but being that way because of the kids too. 12 says always bittersweet because people weren't able to pay their bills, lost their stuff, and that's how the auction. Oh yeah, about the storage auction. Yeah. I remember one time watching one, guys. It's funny. Somebody actually came up to him that it was their locker. So what are you doing in my locker? I tripped out on that one. Think of the children. That's right, Jim H. Well, there's stuff that we just can't say on the radio. So thank you, Mr. Mustache. Oh, You hate children? Well, Mr. Mustache, you're in the wrong place. Well, Bolly, you went on yesterday, brother. Somebody, we're Real Radio, Bolly. And somebody called me, and I thought they were joking. It's like if you called and we were joking back and forth, I thought they were joking because they were making up like they were calling somebody for a job at Circle K. So I was just picking back, thought they were picking. All of a sudden, you could tell they were getting angry, so I pulled them off the air quickly. And they said the F word. So, and that if I'd have had that on air, that could have cost the station their license, money, and me my job. So I have to start making sure, they can't say that kind of stuff. So thank you, Bolly, for asking that question, brothers. Yeah, that's why I got mad and cussed him out. That's why I called him back and cussed him out off the air, because he could have cost me because I didn't know during that time when I recorded, I didn't know if it had got over the air or not. And when I went back and checked, it did not. And it could have cost the guy that owns this station his license and everything else. And so that's why he got cussed out. Could have cost me my job. But I think I come to find out, I think it was some competition trying to think they were funny. And I'm talking about mainstream competition. So I just want to get that. That's why if anybody asks, I just wanted people to know. That's why I got really angry about that. It had nothing to do with him calling names or whatever he was saying. I didn't forget what he said, but I just know the F word cannot be said. Hope you have a great day too, cosplay. One thing I've learned is that any stranger you meet could be your next friend. That's right, brother. Thank you, young man. See how intelligent a lot of the kids are? Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. I tell you what, we had a crumb bum yesterday try to call in and almost try to destroy this show on the air. And we're going to talk about a scum bum out at the hot August sun. That's right. In the hot August sun is a place called the Hot August Classic being held in Virginia City, Nevada. We're going to talk about that coming up in just a few moments, where the racist prick said something and he just started laughing and cutting up. But I'm going to keep being like this. It's like, dude, how old are you? Well, I'm still stuck in my mental mindset for 5 years old. We'll talk about that. But first, there's some stuff from Israel because Martin asked about it. And I want to thank him. The United Nations announced on Monday that 9 staff members working for its Palestinian UN Relief and Work Agency will be fired after an investigation revealed that they may have been involved in last year's Hamas-led attack on Israel. The investigation by the UN's Office of Oversight Services found that several of those personnel allegedly took part in the October 7th attack, killing 12,000 people, with another 250 people taking hostage in Gaza. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Iran is weighing in on this. They're going to be retaliating as Israel might seek to drag the U.S. into the war, which I hope we don't get dragged into it at all, ladies and gentlemen. So, but there you go. Now, an update from Tropical Storm Debby. At least 5 are dead, with 177,000 without power in Florida. That just come in, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. No hate on you. You have your opinion. But other people have their opinions for Israel as well. So anyway, of course, we don't know what's really going on over there. Thanks to my buddy Bolly. He actually knows a lot of stuff, and we appreciate him. He's keeping me updated on what's going on with the Olympics. Yes, I could speak Gear Jammer. But I begin to like you a little bit, Gear Jammer. I think you're a pretty nice person. You just want to get some attention. Dow Jones sinks more than 1,000 points in the global market and selling off. Martin DeLoach told us that yesterday before it happened. So he was informed, ladies and gentlemen. He was informed. So there you go. He called it out, guys. The lowest it's been ever. And that doesn't make, and that's even, I guess that's even worse than when we had the Great Depression, ladies and gentlemen. That's bad. So, but Martin DeLoach, he told us that yesterday. I want to thank Martin for his information and insight. He's a lawyer, so I want to thank him for that. So, all right, that's a couple of things. Other headline news you can get right there. Come on, overseas transfer of new missile launchers to border. Oh, cool. Yes, you actually just need attention, buddy. I'm not putting you down. I don't know why you want to argue. This is a professional radio show. We don't cuss on here or anything. I'm not putting you down. I think you want attention if you're going to say negative things to people. If not, you can stay in. We don't care. You got a cool name, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you down, Slice. Hey, Kimbo Slice. I didn't put you down. I don't know who you are. Oh. All right. Anyway, back to a real radio show that's talking real things on radio where I wouldn't hire half of these people that play on the internet. Good morning, little Z. Good night and afternoon, young lady. How you doing? Thank you, Kimbo Slice. I appreciate you being with us. Well, thank you for saying that. That's very nice of you. We even like Gear Jammer because he wasn't part of the ignorance that tried to get this in trouble. I miss those days, Daniel. Floppy disk is what Dr. Brock Brown says. All right, we're going to get ready to take a break and come back. We're going to talk about something happened in Virginia City, Nevada. One in the chat, Israel 2 for Palestine. You're probably going to get more Israel here. I mean, you're probably going to get more Israel here, buddy. But it's freedom of speech in this thing, except for cussing. Trying to get us in trouble. I'm tired and annoyed, said little Z, because I got told that I'm underweight. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. That's all right, young lady. Maybe you need to, just listen to your doctors or whatever they're telling you. Anybody else don't listen to them. Go to your doctors. That's who you're supposed to talk to. That's what I tell everybody when it comes to anything. Don't listen to the internet. Listen to your doctors. Don't listen to your real estate agent. Listen to your doctors. Don't listen to the television show. Listen to your doctors. Pete says WQEE should host a Native American powwow in Noonan. We can do that. Let's get one together. Sweetleaf, would you guys do that for us? Come out here. Sweetleaf said we might. Which of these major television reality shows did you or do you still watch? Storage Wars, I still watch. 48% of the votes. I used to watch Cake Ball, 7% of the votes. Property Brothers, 10% of the votes. And other, 34% of the votes. That could be any other. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to Virginia City, Nevada for the Hot August Classic. It was too hot. We'll talk about that after the break. I will tell you a story, brother. I appreciate you. Or sister, I don't know if you're brother or sister, but whichever. Powwow. Oh, man. We might have to just do that for real, Pete. We might have to plan it out sometime. Put it on YouTube and stuff. That might be a good idea to bring some people together. I like that. When I was in Boy Scouts many years ago, when I was a kid, I became Order of the Era, and they did that. They did a kind of a powwow type thing and made you part of the Order of the Era. Anybody remembers that back in the Martin? You remember the Boy Scouts back in the day before all the stuff happened. Back when it was, you go out and help little old ladies across the street. You'd start fires and get all the tags, all the patches, all the different tribes come together for it. It was invited to a powwow this year. I was invited to you were invited to a powwow. Wow. Oh, I heard about them killers up in London. I hope you're all right, little Z, where you're at. I mean, I don't know why people are violently attacking people when the guy that did wrong, why they would be anybody would be defending that guy that stabbed those kids. It's crazy. My niece got me dread. I had been crying all day. Got what? Got murdered. My niece got murdered. I've been crying all day. Really, for real, little Z? We'll pray over little Z this morning, family. In the name of Jesus Christ, pray for her. Over all this has happened. No, God, go to her and show her that you are the one to help her through this. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, that's what Earth Rock Radio does all day Sunday is Native American music. I've been very lucky for them to want to put me on the radio, but that is a good idea to put some here. Peace. I was watching powwows on YouTube last night, so that's why he's wanting to. I hear you, my brother.
Tune in Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 10:30 to listen to the Sustainable Brown Girl Radio Show, hosted by me, Eric.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commander of the 45 Second Radio Show, where I play all my own 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, New Detroit.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown, inmates. It is a TGI Twisted Tuesday. We go inside the second half of our show, and in period number 2, Friday Night Light Scoreboard, we're going to talk about fall football preview, high school, college, and NFL. Also, we're going to talk about the Monsters winning the championship in the SBL Sunbelt League over the weekend on Friday. We'll get into that with sports analyst Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat and Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Also in the final period, Shane B., our movie reviewer, we're going to talk about top 10 movies, what's hot, what's not, and everything that was going on. Oh, yes, we'll talk about all that coming up for you in the next couple of hours. All right. It is 74 degrees under cloudy skies out there. A little rain is in the forecast, but nothing major. Bruce, I wish you'd have been here yesterday. Woo, woo, woo. But anyway, I'm glad you were. You would have been like, yeah, get them right. Because it could have cost me my license. I'm just telling you that. Anyway, Bruce, good morning to you in Tennessee and everything. And I got my southern brother from another mother. That's right. So here we go. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I want to talk about something that happened in Story County Sheriff's Department in Virginia City, Nevada, where you know it was known in many cowboys, Virginia City, you'll get stabbed in the back. Cowboy movies, Back to the Future, everything. Well, there's a video out of an altercation of a man that was out, basically doing a job where he was going around seeing if everybody was, signed up to vote and everything. It happens all the time. If you don't want somebody bothering you with that, just say, yeah, I'm signed up to vote, or no, I'm not really interested. Don't be disrespectful. Okay, whether you look at them and agree with them or going, they might be voting different to me or whatever, whatever, you know. But the governor of Nevada, along with several other organizations, were very disappointed in what the incident had happened. They condemned this incident, an alleged racist incident occurred on video that's been flooding the internet over the weekend. A guy named Ricky Johnson, who was out doing a job asking people, walked through a hot August classic car show in downtown Virginia City, Nevada over the weekend. And he went up to ask one idiot about whether he would be, was voting or not. And all the guy had to say was, no, I'm not voting anything. We got a hanging tree for people like you is what he said. And then everybody else was just trying to act a fool. And they're like, acting like trolls, guys. I don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, I guess being inbred makes you act like that or something. I guess when your parents are cousins, you act like this or something. And this was in Nevada, of course. And they try to put us all down in the South, right? Right, Bruce, right? It's easy to pick on the smart people. But anyway, what's up, Wiseman? How you doing this morning? Brother Daryl, how you doing this morning? It's my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. Anyway, first of all, we wouldn't have put up with that at a car show. We'd have ran the guy out that said that and been like, boy, take your car and get out of here. And then we would have made sure the gentleman was all right and everything. But some woman was coming up to him. Supposedly she owned whatever business they were sitting in front of. A group of inbred men were arguing and acting a fool. And she was trying to act like she was being a Christian. God loves you. I'm like, don't even touch him, devil. Don't even touch him, devil. You're being a devil. And that's what this whole story was about. And all this guy, and then the daughter of the guy that told him that, he said, why are you saying that? Of course, he's going to argue back and cuss back. I mean, when you start something with somebody, you expect them just to sit there and go, pick on me, say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want. No, man, no. You're going to get you attack the lion, you're going to get attacked by the lion. You don't go up and don't tease the tiger and think the tiger is not going to get you, or tease the bear and the bear is not going to bite you. Come on. Or go up to the dog and the dog's chained up to the tree, go up to the dog and go, and don't expect the dog to bite you. Get behind me, Satan. That's right, Bruce. And the guy started arguing back. And then the guy's daughter come up to him. You don't know what town you in. I'm like, really? Don't know what town you're in. I tell you what, send them races up there in the mountains in Tennessee. We won't see them again. That's what I say. Golly. And, woman coming up to him, trying to hug him and everything. God loves you. Yeah, God does love him. But he's not proud of how you guys were acting. It's not a joke. I saw through the whole video, and I'm sitting here, and I can't play the video on the air because there's too much cussing, and it's coming actually from the guy that was like, not the victim, but the other people were attacking him. That's what I know, Bruce. That's why I said you got to fix for him. Yeah. All I can say is thank the good Lord upstairs that we're seeing that we got internet now. We can see that it's all over the country, and not in the South is not just the ones to be blamed for this. Oh, it's always the Southern people. Sorry, we grew up learning stuff. Everybody in the South did. Yes, we got some ignorant people in parts, but we run them out like they did last week in Tennessee. We're here to go freedom of speech. Like, no, we don't want your Nazi asses in Tennessee. Sorry about that, guys, but that's true. Bruce, I don't know what you mean, but I still find it funny. But anyway, there you go. There you go. So, all right, as we get ready to go into the next period, which of these major television reality shows did you or do you still watch? Storage Wars, I still watch 51% of the votes. Cake Boss, 6% of the votes. I hadn't seen that in a very long time, but I loved how they built. One time, you'd love this one, Bruce. They built a NASCAR race car for, I think it was Dale Jr. one time years ago. Property Brothers got 9% of votes. They're doing a lot of stuff with stars now, and others 34% of the votes. Back in a moment, right here on RyanORadio Penitentiary. Man, I can't believe all this. God is upstairs. I got to another level in the elevator. Then I go on to another level in the elevator. Then go ahead. That's right. I know, little Z. You watch Storage Wars, brother? I love that show too. I watched Storage Wars for like an hour straight yesterday. Laugh out loud. We didn't even have any storage unit. We don't even have any storage units out here where I'm from. They're all in the city, like 4 hours away. Well, if you had them where you were from, man, nobody would Nobody'd be selling them. Be like, oh, cousin so-and-so, he can't pay this month. I'll take care of it for that, buddy. He's a friend of mine. I'll take care of it. They usually give you more time in smaller communities. Those big cities, man, they're ready to sell them right off. In smaller communities, they're more like, I know you can't, you're behind a couple months. I tell you what, give me a couple little dollars and we'll keep you there. If you had them there. Oh, major. Which in your area, Martin?
It's not yet known where the start came from, but ABC News is reporting 2 rockets were launched in space. This comes with growing fears of attack by Iran on Israel, with President Biden and Vice President Harris both agreed on the attack. I'm Mark Debby continues to push to the north after making
One thing, Martin Deloach for sending over some coffee money for me, and I want to thank him for his stock market advice yesterday, because it did go, the Dow Jones did go down. Mad Monk said, I stopped watching 90% of television programming in the 90s. I don't blame you, Mad Monk. I don't blame you one bit. I do not blame you one bit. What the heck? It's not the right one.
U.S. is going after its 5th straight gold medal and 17th overall in men's basketball. You're listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newton, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
It's called programming for a reason, says Bruce. I'm not going to disagree.
It's a pretty important pick. I think that all the names that we have been hearing, though, are all good.
Harris and the new VP selection are expected to hold their first rally together in Philadelphia tonight. Harris met with Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz over the weekend. Harris kicks off a 5-day tour through 7 crucial battleground states with her running mate this week. Reports say several U.S. personnel have been injured in a rocket attack against a U.S. military base in Iraq. Mark Mayfield reports.
It happened at the Al-Assad Air Base. It's not yet known where the start came from, but ABC News is reporting 2 rockets were launched into space. This comes with growing fears of an attack by Iran on Israel, with President Biden and Vice President Harris both briefed on the attack. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Tropical storm Debby continues to push to the north after making landfall as a Category 1 hurricane Monday morning in Florida State
What's funny is they make fun of hillbillies. I know, right? I've never, Bruce, and I know that's just television shows because I've met people from the hills. Just because they talk, the only thing that they copy, Bruce, is how people talk there. They don't copy how educated some of them are. I've been all over this country, met a lot of people everywhere. Now, who is this Ross that you're asking to free, Richard? What day is it today? It is August 6th, a Tuesday, Martin. What's the weather like there today? It's pretty good. It's currently damp, foggy here in NL. Well, we're all right because the storms come by us in South Carolina. We're just gonna get some rain this week. Doc Brown says, "Cause hillbillies are fun and they're jealous they ain't like them." There you go. Look, they're not all like the Beverly Hillbillies. What? I lived on Lookout Mountain, Tennessee for you said for a year. Ooh, that's a nice place. Lookout Mountain is. Normal people wish for good stuff on their birthdays. For me, I'm wished to get out of the hospital. Well, it's today your birthday? Or is it getting close to your birthday, little Z? You told us. Happy early birthday or birthday to you. You will get out of the hospital. Everything's going to be good, young lady. There's something to learn from. You got that right. Oh, that's right. The 20. You'll be out before the 24th. You'll be out before the 24th, little Z. You'll be all right. You'll be celebrating your birthday with your friends, your sister, and all that kind of stuff. And you'll have a big birthday cake. Yeah, you got friends. You got to stop beating the boys up, little Z. You don't have boyfriends. Boys don't like to get beat up by girls. It's embarrassing. I'm picking with you. Oh, we are your friends. Trip, thank you for saying happy birthday to her. My sister's is on the 31st. Well, happy early birthday to your sister. So don't get this month over too soon because I got a lot going on. Oh, you're going to love this, Bruce. I talked to a local dirt track place in Alabama yesterday. They're going to connect me to all the other local dirt track places around, and we're hoping to get them to, they're going to be on the radio this year, but as far as like sponsorship with us, but hopefully next year we're going to put some of their events on the air. Because you'll really like this, I know, Bruce. Some of you would like that. I was like, I had a positive day yesterday after the show. Very big day. I knew that was the devil attacking. Yep. It could go from in the mornings of different types of clients that two other radio stations with separate other radio stations are asking for. I got two different types of clients yesterday. You will one day, unless you just don't want to deal with that mess, young lady. Yes, you can have quiet on the set. Please, let's have quiet on the set. Oh, I'm awesome. Unlike, I tell you what, it is awesome. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud. Actually, 78,000, actually. We're all over the Rhino Radio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, home of Southern Sports, Inspirational Talk, and more, WZEV 90.5 FM in Lineville, Alabama. We're all over the internet, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. We're all over Facebook as well and different sites. We appreciate you, and all of you, all the wonderful people on with us. We're glad the trolls are not on this morning. We got the fantastic folks on with us as well. We're the stuff here, says Bruce. That's right. Good morning, Bruce, Doc Brown, Little Z, Martin, and everybody's on with us. Pete and the whole crew joining us in period number 2 of RyanORadio Penitentiary. 9 minutes past the hour, 74 degrees, under kind of cloudy skies out there. Tabby temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay a smackdown for you. Good morning to Trip as well, and joining us. And, of course, we just have to say hello to Brother Daryl and everybody there. So here we go. Period number 2 underway. We'll get a little sports for you. Coming in the second half, we're going to do some sports, and we're going to talk about it. And some, we'll get the Paris Olympic updates, but that's going to be the last. We're going to fall football previews, our biggest thing. And congratulations to a local team out of Alabama, Chakalaka Monsters, will be there as well. I want to tell you that coming up in the spring of next year, we're going to be working with the Peach State Cats Arena football team. Will be part of the network, as well as we're going to be doing something the remainder of this year where we might going to be having an opportunity for you to head over to Penton and near Lafayette, Alabama, I should say, where the raceway on Friday nights. Big race coming up this Friday night. So we got a lot of stuff going on there. And we just want to thank everybody for being a part of the radio show this morning. We'll get into some more sports. And Point University, at August 31st, kicks off. We will kick off Point University sports on the network with the Skyhawks radio network all over Sunny 98.7 FM, Victory 100.3 FM, and us here at the Key 99.1 FM, the Key, as we're bringing you college football, basketball, men and women's basketball, softball, baseball, and more with Point University all through this fall into the spring. And we'll have that starting August 31st on the network here. So there you go. Love some dirt track racing. And we're going to be I'm going to be actually going to make you a little jealous there, Bruce. I'll probably be making my way over there to Penton one weekend just to see the track and all that kind of stuff and meet some of the guys. I have to take some video footage for you. I go everywhere, meet everybody. That's who I am. Atomic Raceway is my home track. Awesome. Little says, bring me too. No trolls allowed. Yeah, no trolls are allowed. Just all of you guys will be allowed. Who cares what trolls think? They think they win the internet when they make somebody mad. The Redwood track is where I spend my days, says Brother Daryl. There you go. But what we're going to do is we're going to be focusing on a triangle next season of dirt track, and we're going to be putting it on the networks. So there you go. More hockey coming back this fall, too. We're hoping. We're working with a couple of hockey teams. We will be giving away tickets to the Columbus River Dragons as well for the hockey people. There you go. Bruce says, we trolling the trolls because we're the inmates. That's why. There you go. Because you guys are the inmates is why. So a lot of great things going on there. And August events over at Leaf and Bean, place that I got my coffee from, Leaf and Bean. I want to tell you about the Summer Nooner Nights coming up Thursday, August 8th, this Thursday at the Greenville Street Park, featuring family-friendly music, entertainment, food trucks, and local vendors. I'm going to have to be out there to video it this coming up weekend as well. That's coming up on Thursday. That's a couple of days from now and everything. Also, wine flights at night at L&B. Saturday, August 17th from 6 to 9, hosted by Leaf and Bean. It's a drop-in event, and you're going to get a mixture of red, white, and bubbly wines. Class act there. Class act. That's our friends over at Leaf and Bean. Leaf and Bean. Best coffee around. They said, we love you a lot. That's a good one, Daryl. What did Daryl say? I missed it. I may not be a troll, but I sure do look like one. No, you don't, Daryl. You're not a troll. They're trolls. They're under the bridge. They're in the cellar dwellers. Under the bridge, I'm told. Little red hot chili peppers for you this morning. All right. 15 minutes past the hour. Sun is trying to come out. It's 74 degrees in the Atlanta metro market. We are holding at that. Brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, goofy things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Love you latte. That's right. Love you latte. That's what they say. We love you latte. All right, let's get into it. What? Let's get into some of the headline news for you this morning. News you need to read for yourself on the WQEE page, because you know what? I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'll give you a couple of news stories and a cool one as well. But here's one. A 5-year-old boy is dead and another child is injured after a wind gust blew a bouncy house 15 to 20 feet into the air at a professional baseball game in Maryland on Friday. The game was stopped because of and canceled because of the 5-year-old boy and other child was injured. Wow. Tropical storm Debby, at least 4 are now dead. 5 are now dead in the destruction of Tropical Storm Debby. And someone else was telling me there's one coming up from behind there as well. That's what Debby said. Debby, never mind, I'm not going to get into it. 25,000 in Georgia are without power this morning, as Debby is in South Carolina. Weekend Tropical Storm Debby heads for southeast U.S., heading towards South Carolina as we speak this morning. So there you go. Let's see. Senator Tim Scott, Republican from South Carolina, has tied a knot with international interior decorator Minnie Nuss in a South Carolina wedding chapel during a ceremony attended by a large handful of high-profile politicians. 14 people were injured, including 11 firefighters from the New York Fire Department in a massive New York City blaze that engulfed 7 homes in Queens. Dozens of residents are displaced right now. As of Saturday, no official cause of the blaze has been determined. Thank you, Bruce, for saying his best radio show around. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. And finally, this morning, a couple other ones you can read for yourself. U.S. Israel, we already talked about this last hour, prepares for a possibility from Iran going to retaliate, come after them once again in a great regional war. The United States and Israel on Monday were preparing for a possible attack by Iran to punish the Jewish state for their apparent assassination of top Hamas political leader. We'll see what goes on there. Tropical Storm Debby, at least 5 dead and 177,000 without power in Florida this morning. Dow Jones sinks more than 1,000 points in the global market sell-off, thanks to Martin Deloach yesterday for telling us. You know, he's a lawyer. He knows what he's talking about. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. finally admits to dumping that dead bear in New York City's Central Park, but nothing is being done about it. I don't know what to say about that, guys. I just don't know what to say about that. Sometimes life happens, says it. And finally, a ticket for a free admission into Disneyland that was given to a California band back in 1985 was recently honored by the park because his daughter used it to get in. 39 years later, the daughter, Sabrina, and her boyfriend, Ruben, who went to the Disneyland, she was able to get in. An actual manager at the park wrote off on it. Now, her dad won this back in 1985 because of some kind of big giveaway or something. And he wasn't able to use it over the years. And finally, she used it 39 years later. And they let him in. They let her in. That's fantastic. They would have did that. Wow. Wow. So I would have never thought that. Never thought that. Wow. Give me something free and let's see if I can keep it for years. And can I use that old Domino's certificate I got from about 20 years ago to get a two large topping pizzas for $5.99? No, that's what I got today. 2 large topping pizzas for $2.99. Domino's be like, no, we're not gonna let you use that gift certificate from 1985. Come on, man. I won it at a radio station. Actually, we were giving them away at a radio station in 2002, so I want to use this to get a free Domino's pizza. Some places actually will do that, so it's pretty good. Yeah, bummer, says 12. But at least this girl got in with the ticket her father won. My luck is I'll have one of those old Domino's pizza free giveaways from the radio station I worked at many years ago. And they were like, look, we can't give you that. Pizza. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man. It says 1 large free Domino's pizza. I got no money this week, man. Man, that was from 2002, Ryan, 2003. Okay, so it says 2003 on it. Hey, Disney let somebody in 39 years after they gave away a free ticket. Why? At least I'm closer to the year. At least it's not 39 years. It's only 20-something. They're 19. I'm joking. I don't have one of those, but would be funny. Oh, Lord. Rest up, little G. Rest up, little Z. That's right. Guys, which of these major television reality shows did you or do you still watch? Storage Wars, 52% of the votes, 35% going to others, 9% going to Property Brothers, and Cake Boss got 4%. The reason the top 3 are in there is because those were top 3 that I watched. There you go. I'm a Papa John's fan. Me too. I am actually too. But Domino's is closer to where I live. So. I like to just walk in, get it, and walk out. I'm a cheapskate like that, Bruce. It's cheaper if you go pick it up yourself. And if you don't live too far from the Domino's, it's like, I can walk up there. Cheapskate, huh? No, that's a Southern man's mindset right there. That's how we save money. I want to try that pizza company you're saying there, Martin. We were talking about some pizza companies yesterday, and Moose up in New York owns him and his family own a couple of pizza restaurants. And he said, if I'm in town, he's going to invite me in. And of course, the one I really want to go to is in Shea Stadium there where the Yankees play. That's the one I want to go to. Doc Brown says, Domino's is crap in Australia. Ooh. Just because they don't know how to make it. I'm just kidding. Only pizza place around here is what? Greco? Nope, we don't have one of those. But if it's homemade, it's probably the best. It's like going through Chicago and New York. Homemade pizzas are the best. You can make a meal. See, Domino's and Papa John's are just snacks, okay? Even though they fill you up. And I'm not talking against them because Domino's is one of our great sponsors. We appreciate them. But you go to New York, you go to Chicago, you can make a meal out of it. Chicago deep dish pizza, throw everything on it. Even though I'm just a pepperoni guy, You know, I might throw a few other things on it other than onions. There's a party pizza. It's like a giant 40-slice pizza. Oh, that sounds good. You can make a meal on that. Martin says Domino's is crap here too. It's crap in America. Domino's Pizza. The views and opinions of my listeners aren't the views and opinions of the radio station. Shh. They're with me. But anyway, there you go. I had to just say myself. Pepper, good morning to you. How you doing, sister? 12 says 2 days ago, I forgot Mickey Mouse was a mouse. I had to Google, and I had a glitch in the Matrix. 12, that's funny. Ooh. I'm a thin crust guy. Me too, Bruce. We gotta be kinfolk somehow, Bruce. I'm a thin crust guy too, and I love Papa John's thin crust pizza better than anything. But Domino's, I'm not really. Their thin crust pizza is all right, but it's not like I'd rather get the New York style they have there at Domino's. It's just the way it's made and everything. Yeah, thin crust all the way, says Doc Brown. Love it. We're talking about pizza again this morning. 25 minutes past the hour. Currently 74 degrees under kind of sunny. Cloudy skies out there now. The time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, winters, or doing things all. Michael the Greek and Exterminator lay the smackdown for you. We got coming up in just a few moments. We go inside the Friday Night Lights scoreboard. It's lighting up over here in the corner. Our good friend Richard Holdridge joins us momentarily, and he and I are going to talk fall football classics. We're going to get kicked off here in just a few. Plus, the Monsters taking the SBL championship. Those are coming up for you in just a few. Daryl said, man, I like crust thick, preferably. Ooh, he likes it real thick. I like it determines what I'm into. Pizza Nuts laugh out loud, says Pete. Pete's like, I'm not into all that pizza stuff. Forget all you guys. Your dad was a rounder. You like the square ones? You know, old school people were like, that is no problem, Bruce. Ever seen Mickey Mouse cartoons? Oh, him poking his head into cheese. Yeah, I saw that. Bruce says, yeah, we might be kidding. There you go. Give me a cauliflower crust pizza with spinach and mushroom, please. Don't get all healthy on me here, Pepper. But that is good for you. I would definitely try that. I'm all about trying something. Not says naked and afraid. There you go. A lot of people love that. Yeah. But you can also see that when you go down to parts of Florida. Some people are naked and you get afraid. They're like, I got to get off this beach. Yeah, it's a good show though, buddy. Oh, Lord. Let's see. The cartoon should have been X-rated. Yeah. Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza, says Papa John, says Pete. Papa Pete. Pete's Pizza. That's what we need. We need to get a Pete's Pizza. What's up, Fred? How you doing from Japan? Good evening to you. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Bruce says, no healthy crap. I'm sorry. Pepper said, it is delicious, I'm telling you. And the crust is thin. Oh, I mean, it's good for you. And I agree with you. I try it for sure, Pepper. We're talking about pizza here. I try it for sure. But, you know, when I think pizza, I think calories and I think, but really, after you done went to real pizza places in Chicago and stuff like that, and you've been around in Vegas and stuff, it's hard to eat these pizza places pizza because it's like they make them into meals there, man. And then dessert pizzas. Oh, don't get me started on that. You guys are getting me hungry. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Pizza, I'm up for it. Y'all y'all making me hungry. Doc Brown says, stop, you're making me hungry. She's saying, stop it. I'm hungry. Nothing better than Chino's Pizza, guys. There you go. Is that Chino's or Chico's? I can't see. Good morning, Captain Hot Buns. Welcome in there. I remember the pizza came in a big box. Yeah, pizza. We still have one of those Little Caesars around us too. Man, if you just got to have something quick, you can walk it. Chico's. Okay, good, guys. I couldn't see it very well. Sorry, Martin. I'm getting old. Give me an excuse. I'm getting old. I can't see it. You know, need to get my glasses. There you go. But we got a little Little Caesars. If you just want to walk in and get one of those already made pizzas, I mean, they taste like cardboard, but it's all right. It's still, it's still only $5. Daryl says, it's only 10 in the morning. I'm ready for pizza now. There you go. Jackie says 10 p.m. at night. She wants some. Hey, you can order some. She's like, now you're going to get me hungry. I got to go to the refrigerator and get something out of it. Hey, you should get to order a pizza. It's only 10 p.m. there, Doc Brown. Newman's frozen, thin crust ain't that bad. No, you're right. 12. My listeners, back in a moment, we're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. More on the way after this. Keep talking pizzas, guys. Good morning.
Yeah.
How you doing this morning?
Good.
Good. Well, we're at break right now, or just going to break. And my listeners are talking about pizza this morning. They're getting me hungry. Woo! Got rid of. So how's everything going with you, man?
Well, I've been really busy.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure. You stay busy. Keeps you out of trouble. Keeps you out of trouble there, Richard.
I hear you.
You got to stay out of trouble as you're getting older. Have you got to play your video game yet? Have you got to play? I mean, not yours, your family's. That's right. Somebody in the family.
No, I just don't have time. I'm sure it's fun, and I would have enjoyed it. I still would enjoy it, but I just got so much stuff to do. My priority.
That's what happens when you become an adult. You don't have time to play fun stuff anymore.
Well, we've been really working hard because the school pays monthly.
Right.
And there's hardly any football games in the month of August. Some of these schools, they don't have any football games.
Right.
And so you got to do volleyball. You got to do softball. You got to do coaches shows. And so I've been producing some of the Rick B.
Okay.
coaches show that I produced. I'm actually uploading.
What's up, bro?
He's going to have a country sports.
Uh-huh.
So I actually, I've entertained the idea of putting content that I produce on your radio station.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think about having like Rick Beach's show?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you all the content that we will have, coach shows and everything. And if you have like a time slot for it, I mean, preferably it would probably just be the hour that I have because it's just easier.
whatever you want to do. But if you're still doing your thing and you got other things and extra shows, we can find somewhere else to put them. Yeah, don't worry.
Like if I have it,
What's up, Reno?
then I'll get it.
Well, I wanted to let you know that Pepper from Virginia is saying good morning to you, Richard.
Oh, good morning.
Yep. What's up, Captain Hot Butts? What's up, BK on the air, my brother from another radio mother? What's up, Martin Deloach? Good morning to you, brother. Reno, what's up, brother? Yep, my brother from another radio mother up in North Georgia. Whew. Well, I just want to let you know this is what we're going to be doing coming up fall. I've got deals with Peach State Cats. I'm working on a couple other things, but we're doing Point University sports this year.
That is good to know. Like,
Yeah.
broadcasting your game.
Yep, we're broadcasting all their games, football, men and women's basketball, softball, baseball, all year long. They're going to be on all our radio stations. So the Skyhawk Radio Network is going to be part of what we're doing this year.
Yeah, but they already have play-by-play, I'm sure, and all that.
Yeah, they do. Well, actually, they what they do is they got somebody that does the home games. So when they're away, they take the feed from an away game announcer.
Oh, okay.
So they really don't have a permanent one. So, but we're doing that, and I got Penton Raceway coming on with me. So got a lot of big things going on. So yeah. So whatever sports shows you have, just let me know. We'll find a place for them. Because Brian Snow and Matt McGee want to do some college pregame shows for us too. So we got a lot of going on. All right, we're getting ready to go on, brother. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. You guys are inside lockdown. That's right. It's Friday Night Light Scoreboard. Every Friday night is good for football action, but also Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday and Thursday night, and every Tuesday morning, it's the Friday Night Light Scoreboard show. And we welcome in our guest. He's the host of the Sports Beat weekdays from 2 to 3 p.m. here on WQEE, the network. He's also part of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, bringing you all high school action, everything from volleyball to football and everything in between. He has been part of the Columbus Lions broadcast team, the Columbus Chattahoochee, the Chattahoochee Monsters, as well as the Columbus Rapids men and women's soccer team. He's done it all. Please welcome a military man, a father, a husband, and the one, the only, our sports analyst is Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. I'm ready to talk sport.
I know you are, brother. We're going to do the fall football preview here in just a few moments with some of the high school and college stuff. Georgia taking number one in the college polls and everything. But what I want to kick off with or start off with is a home run, and that is the Chakalaka Monsters, or Chocolate Monsters, I like to call them, the Chakalaka Monsters, winning the SBL championship this season. We've got connections here at the station. You've got connections. We've all got connections to them. Your thoughts on that championship win?
Well, anytime a team that wins a championship that you helped call games for, because they're the same team that they were last year.
Exactly.
Maybe different players, but same logo. I mean, I still got all my polo shirts. I mean, I can wear them with pride, knowing that they are champions of the SBL, first time in franchise history, 3 years of existence. You know, they made it all the way to the semifinals last year. Coach Johnny just did an outstanding job.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they relocated to Oxford, where they started, and they were able to beat the Atlanta Crackers in 2 games. And they were the overall number 1 seed. And congratulations to the Chakalaka Monsters.
Yeah, definitely so. It's exciting. We have been associated with the Monsters and the Chattahoochee for the last several years before, of course, the Chattahoochee relocating and being sold and turned into the Canyons, and the Monsters going back home to Oxford. But it's wonderful to see that they took the championship this season, and of course, even proud Daddy Scott Brand had to say something about it on social media.
Yeah, you knew that Scott would say something because he has always been one of these types of owners that, he left the area.
Yep.
General manager, but, he's had a hand in the success of the Chattanooga and the Monsters. So it's really nice to see. I think that this is something that, that we could take with us because, they were part of the area. And the only reason why that they relocated because Synovus Park is going through renovations. Major changes. The Columbus baseball team's coming in right now, known as the right now known as the Braves, but we don't know what it's going to be. They're going to have a team name reveal September 6th, which makes me wonder that they're not going to be called the Columbus Braves. I think that would just be too common. I think that they're going to come up with the team name. Well, before we get into football, what do you think would be a good team name for them? I know you thought about it. I would say because the something to do with the thing about the city, like something that represents the city. I mean, you got the Mudcats, right? You got maybe something that has to do with the Chattahoochee River, catfish. The catfish has already been used. I don't know. Would they rebrand? Would they bring back the catfish? I don't know. That's a really good question because I like the catfish. I did too. You had the Phoenix City Crawdads. Crawdads. You had like mascots that had something to do with Chattahoochee River. Like exactly. Fish that's inside the Chattahoochee River. Exactly. They probably need to stick with that theme. Or they could call it the Columbus Alan Jacksons. I don't know, Well, Alan Jackson's from Newton. I know, but he also wrote a song about the Chattahoochee River, so I know I'm picking. Flow up to Newton? Yeah, it goes through here. It goes into West Point, goes through here somewhere. Well, first of all, big shout out to Alan Jackson, probably the most famous Newnan, whatever you call it. Noonanite. Went to Newnan High School and in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame, one of the greats. Definitely so. Don't tell you, Ryan, don't rock the jukebox. Oh no, you didn't. I can't believe you did that. I gotta give love to somebody that calls Newnan their home. There you go. That's right. That's right. Well, he still comes back every once in a while and visits family. So, all right, let's head from baseball. I don't know why somebody is calling it while you're on. Let's head from baseball to football, fall football preview. And we're going to kick it off with high school football, which is beginning. I know this coming up Friday, the Landmark Christian War Eagles are going to be their first scrimmage game of the season is going to be this Friday. Some of the games are going to begin this week, next week, going into next week. School's back in session for most kids by Wednesday. Coweta County started last week. So let's start talking a little bit of football before we get into college football. What are your thoughts? What's going on? Who's going to be the first game that you guys are going to be seeing and over there at Georgia Alabama Sports Live? Well, I am excited about high school football because it is exactly 8 days away from the Corky Hill Classic, and LaGrange is going to be taking on Douglas of Atlanta of Hill High School. But we still have some scrimmages that go on this Friday. We did have some scrimmages last weekend. Troop County taking on Cedartown. We had the Harris County Black and Gold game. Early County in Columbus at Kinnett Stadium. Hardaway taking on Marion County. Well, this week we've got Hardaway taking on Taylor County. Okay. Taking on Spencer. Carver taking on Lee County, LaGrange taking on Harris County, Marion County taking on Columbus, and Heritage. Your Heritage school up there in Newnan, they are hosting Kendrick.
The Hawks are going to be hosting Kendrick. All right. It's going to be a good game. Both teams are kind of, let's be honest, both teams are kind of equal in stature with the amount of players and everything. I'm going to say this is going to be a pretty good game. It's going to give Kendrick an opportunity to actually play a team that's close to their level and close to actually as many players on the team. So that's going to be a good game. That's not a sleeper game. I'm going to tell you that, Richard.
Yeah, and then when you look at the schedule coming up, I mean, Kendrick has to take on another GAP school, GIAA school, the Walker School,
Uh-huh.
the road, open up the season. You mentioned Landmark Christian taking on Kip Academy.
Yep.
You've got East Coweta
EC.
taking on Sandy Creek.
Oh, no.
Get ready for that.
That's a good one.
You know, Hardaway's on the road taking on Jackson. Harris County taking on Manchester. Now, we do plan on having that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, including we will also, for the first time, on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, we will have, get ready for this, a triple header.
What?
Harris
No, you
County
didn't.
and Manchester, Rick Beach on the call, Shaw Northside, Griff Berger on the call, and I will be calling Terrell County at Calvary Christian.
Oh, my goodness.
It's on. Also, Carver's taking on Whitewater.
Right.
You've got, I'm looking at the schedule right now, not a whole lot of, Spencer is on the road taking on Dooley County. How about this one? This game is, I think it's going to be on ESPN or GTV Sports.
Okay.
Forest Hill taking on Grayson. Are you kidding me? That's going to be a great game. Troop County is on the road taking on Villa Rica. Of course, Callaway is in the Corky Tail Classic taking
Woo.
on Cavs.
Go Callaway.
Taking on Fayette County.
Woo.
Oh, get ready for a battle. How about Spalding taking on Central and Carrollton? Central and Carrollton went undefeated last year. Ryan.
Yes.
Remember, they are in the same region with Harris County and Northside.
Exactly.
Newton is taking on the school where Jeff Foxworthy's kids went, Greater Atlanta Christian School.
Go Cougars. Go Cougars.
Cougars taking on the Spartans.
Wow.
Right? And, Davis Mills was the #1 quarterback. I think out of 2016, went to Greater Atlanta Christian School. So they got some tradition in football.
Yes, they do. It's going to be a good game. And the big one I'm seeing now, all of them are great. And of course, but EC and Sandy Creek, I think is going to take it to another level because both of these teams are top notch. And I'm glad to see these two teams are playing one another. I'm excited for the Indians and Sandy Creek to go at it. So,
Absolutely.
So,
Trinity Christian is hosting Olaf.
yep, go Trinity.
The Purple Light.
The Purple Light. Yeah.
Another game I want to take note, Ryan, that's also going to be on GTV Sports. Buford and Milton.
Okay.
They won the 7A championship last year.
Yep.
They're going down to 5A. Buford has won multiple state championships, multiple classifications.
Yes.
They're going down to 6A. You got a 6A team taking on a 5A team.
Ooh.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And, Buford, remember, Dominique Dylan Riola, who now plays at Nebraska. Buford has always had, KJ Bolden. I mean, they're going to have some who's who they're going to be playing on Saturdays. And then looking around, and because I got the entire schedule for week 1 in the CHSA, and I'm trying to see if there are any other teams that are in the area of trying to see. Kenny, I think that pretty much covers it.
Right. Well, do we got any on the other side of the river? Do we got any Alabama teams playing, or when do they begin?
Next week 1 is Alabama's week 0.
Okay.
So they will have like scrimmages.
Okay.
It won't happen until week 2. So
Okay.
week 2, we got Smith Station taking on Shaw, Central taking on Kinston Valley, Glenwood taking on Valley, and I will be on the call for that game.
I know.
Russell County taking on Carroll, and I'll have the complete schedule as we get closer to week 2.
Sounds good. Well, I tell you what, before we kick into the college, I want a couple noteworthy notes. Chambers County Schools is going to be coming together. Lafayette and Valley are going to be Chambers County, and they're going to be the Falcons. But this year, you might get a chance to see the Valley Rams separate and the Lafayette Bulldogs separate. And I do hear the Lafayette Bulldogs Stadium has updated their scoreboard as well. So there's some things going on there. So I can't wait to see how this is going to be like legendary to actually see these teams in the last couple of years before they become one school. Your thoughts on Valley and Lafayette being separated before they become one big school and getting to be on some of those calls in the last year, possibly?
Well, I was told that they just broke ground on the new school.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they're going to play until the 2026 season. So
Right.
We might see 2 more years of Valley and Lafayette.
Right. Well,
But don't quote me on that. I'm just saying I was reading some articles.
so
They don't expect that school to be ready until
2020.
not next school year, but the school year after that. So the 2026, 2027 school year. That's a long ways away.
It is a long ways away, but it's closer than you think. So you actually have to be – these legendary teams need to be looked at for a couple of more times for a few more years, because once they're gone forever. And my big question is, will that rivalry with Lynette still be something that they're going to do? That's going to
Absolutely. Yeah. That will be the new rivalry. You cannot have a rivalry without Valley and Lynette. So Chambers County is going to replace that rivalry.
We'll have to wait and definitely see, hopefully. Well, let's head over to the college football world right quick before we let you get out of here. Georgia, number 1, like we thought. Alabama, number 4, number 5 in the top rankings or whatever. We got to talk about this because college football is right around the corner. Your thoughts on what's going into the 2024-2025 season?
Well, I'm not surprised that Georgia is the number 1 team in the coaches' poll. They will be tested. And I really mean this because they're not playing a cupcake.
Nope.
131st in Atlanta, a noon kickoff, which is always tricky. I mean, 2019, they lost double overtime to an unranked South Carolina team at a noon kickoff because they were sleepwalking. They weren't ready to play.
Exactly.
Georgia's got to get ready to play because you know that Clemson is going to get ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson has been taking some heat over the last couple of years because, they lost more games than they ever lost in the Clemson era. When we think of the Clemson era, we think of that time period from 2015 to 2019 where they were in the college football playoff every single year with Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, national titles. Clemson is trying to get back to being Clemson.
Right.
And this is the first time that these two teams are playing the regular season since 2021. Remember the 10-3 game? Both teams were in the top 10. Clemson was a slight favorite. They were ranked 3rd. Georgia was ranked 5th. And Georgia was able to win that game and go on and win the national championship. Clemson's got to have something to prove.
It definitely.
Sneak up on you because Kate Klubnik is a pretty good quarterback. He can make some plays. And if Clemson can catch some breaks, I'm not saying an upset because Georgia is a 3-touchdown favorite, but I'm saying that Clemson could make it close. But I would be shocked if they won. But yeah, that's a big test for Georgia. And Georgia's got a brutal schedule.
A big one, yeah.
At Texas, at Alabama. I mean,
Yep.
come on.
Yep. It's going to be a brutal season. And the question I still have from so many people out there, and you know how Alabama fans are, and we've talked about it every week. We know Alabama's going to be Alabama, but if they don't come out and dominate like they normally do, how do you think people feel that they're going to be looking close at this new coach this season because he's not Nick Saban? Your thoughts on that?
Well, Alabama's season, you got Western Kentucky. They should dominate. You got South Florida.
Right.
They still have Jalen Milroe. And Jalen Milroe is going to be a Heisman contender. He is going to make plays. The game that I'm really intrigued to see is when they go up to Madison to take on Wisconsin. Because that game might be closer than you think because
It will be.
Remember, Saban ever played a true road game in a Power 5 conference. Maybe once they took on Penn State and Happy Valley.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
So it's going to be a huge test for Kalen DeBoer and how Alabama responds to a Big Ten team on the road before they host Georgia on September the 28th in Tuscaloosa.
Sounds good. And also, I just want to get this in because we got a Tennessee listeners here. They're Tennessee Vols. What do you think about the Tennessee Vols this coming up season? Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Well, I believe they're a borderline playoff team.
Wow.
They do have a very special quarterback in Nico Amavela.
Uh-huh.
And, they still got Squirrel White. They got Josh Heupel's up-tempo offense. They do have a little bit of a tough schedule. I mean, they got to play Georgia. They got to play Alabama. They play in Oklahoma.
Right.
But we'll see how Tennessee fares. I do think that, remember that they get away with the division in the SEC. So it's a tall mountain to climb when you've got to have Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss, Oklahoma's in that mix. Auburn could be sneaky good this year.
Yep.
You got all these teams. Like, don't count on Missouri either.
There you go.
Tennessee is right in the middle, but that's saying they're not a borderline playoff team because I think that 5 teams in the SEC are getting in the college football playoff.
Yep. We got a 12-team runoff here, or 12-team playoff schedule this year, top 12 teams. So can't wait for that. It's going to be a great year. Can't wait for football season. It really starts off this coming up Friday with some scrimmage. It really kicks off with high school sports. All right, Richard, tell everybody how to follow you, what's coming up next for you, and all that good stuff.
You can follow me on the X at SportsRichardH. I'm also on TikTok. So just look up my profile there. I'm trying to think. Sports Beat with RH. That is my TikTok handle.
There you go.
Also, you can subscribe to the Facebook channel, like the Facebook channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Multifamily Apple Podcast, where you can listen to the replay of the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up on the show, we got a lot of content. Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, as we give a special tribute to WQEE Sports maker Jonathan Hopkins, who is leaving Columbus to go to Birmingham, but we let him have the show because it'll be his last time as a guest in the Columbus market. We're hoping to have him on in future shows, because we're still going to be covering the same stuff. But we appreciate Jonathan Hoppy and everything he did the last 4 years as the WTBN Sports Director.
Sounds good. Tune in today from 2 to 3 p.m. on the network following the Rod Peters Show right before the Braves Country Radio. It is our good friend, Richard Holdridge. We're going to let him go. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. All right, brother. I don't know what's going on. Why people are calling. I know that's not Shane yet. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Yeah, anytime me and Griff go like an hour long, I think I just don't feel like doing it. We did a show last night, and I just couldn't do that.
That's fine. Whatever you do with that is fine too. And then whatever anybody else is doing, you let me know, and everything will find a place for it, especially on Friday nights, because we'll do some Friday night preview type shows. That'd be great for us on Friday nights, because I haven't decided whether or not we've got some people that want to do high school football, but since we're going to be big invested in Point on Saturday, I don't know if we're going to do high school football. Some on, and there's some guys out of Carrollton that might want to do it too. So they want to do a game of the week. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. But, send it over. It'd be great to have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, brother. Well, I'll talk to you next week if I don't talk to you before then.
Talk to you next week.
All right, brother. Bye. Shane B's coming up next, guys. Stay tuned for that.
It's crucial to start preparing for your safety now as you head off to college. Learn how to protect yourself today to have a safer tomorrow at where you put yourself. I am Apostle Deborah Harris, Sister Apostle of Kingdom Connected Ministries International at 121 Hillwood Circle, Disneyland, Georgia. Presenting Connected
Shane B is on the way. We'll talk movies and stuff.
businesses and advancing the kingdom of God in this time. Join us each Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. with guests who are sharing their faith, business, and ministry.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, hey, my name is Alex. How are you?
Well, Alex, you need to get off this phone. This is a business line. Don't call this back ever again. Why they start calling early is beyond me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Coming up, Shane B joins us next hour. We're going to talk top 10 movies, what's hot, what's not. Deadpool and Wolverine taking week 2. All coming up after the top of the hour. Stay with us. More on the way. Good morning. Hey, brother. Glad it's you. How's everything going, man? I hear you. Well, I know I'm doing something right when I'm getting attacked by people. I had to pull somebody. I had somebody I thought was joking with me yesterday. Long story short, I thought they were joking. I was joking back with them. I thought they were making some kind of like funny joke back and forth. They were pretending like they were talking to somebody about a job at Circle K, and they got angry at the end, and I had to pull them off. And thank God I did, because they dropped the F-bomb. And I went back and listened to the show to make sure it wasn't on the air, and I was like, thank goodness. I think Bubba the Love Sponge is mad at me. I'm just kidding. I think he's mad because we don't put him on the show, put him on the station, and I got all of you guys. I'm picking, I don't know. It was somebody did something, man. People didn't understand why I got mad. I got mad and called the guy back while I was off the air and fussed at him because, dude, I didn't know if it was on the air, and it would have costed me my license and everything. Some people were just uneducated, brother. That was a fun time yesterday. We've been getting attacked like that lately. But that's all right. Got all the entertainment experts are listening to the show, Shane. They listening to you. So what we got to talk about today? I know number one, again, is Deadpool, which you called it. Good night, Jackie. Okay.
Joe Rogan's list, stand-up.
Really didn't much change in the top 10 over the weekend. I mean, you got a couple of new ones that I never seen, but that Despicable Me and Inside Out, they're still staying in the top 5, aren't they? Woo. Kids going back to school and they still going to see it. Harold and the Purple Crayon. What is that? Do you know?
There's something about it. I forgot to write it down. I think it was getting some kind of criticism.
Uh-oh.
I think it deals with some issues.
Oh, no. Inside Out 2 was really good, said Poopy Pie. All right. Well, you guys are still going out watching it. There you go. Will Deadpool and Wolverine stay at number 1 is the burning question, everybody. Or what's coming out this weekend might knock it out. Do we have anything coming out this weekend, Shane?
I believe that, oh wait, that's the weekend after that.
Oh, that's the weekend after next. Okay.
Yeah, this weekend. Oh, Borderlands. I don't think that one will be strong enough.
It'll stay number 1 probably. I mean, the review you gave last week and all the people that are in it, it's a pretty strong one. I'm just gonna say Ryan Reynolds has done very well this year. He's made good money on the movies he's been in. That's all I'm gonna say. He's done very well. Brother Daryl signing off. All right, Brother Daryl, you have a good day, young man. Despicable Me 4 was straight to VHS. They're making it. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're trying to franchise. Oh. All right, let's see here. See you, Brother Daryl. Wish you guys could stay on forever, but I know you guys, it's late night where some of you are. Nope, I don't drink cider called that, Mr. Barry. Is that who she picked, Martin? Okay. Mr. Barry. Mr. Barry. All right. We're getting ready to go on, guys. We're about to talk what's hot and what's not.
Thanks for listening to Braves Country right here on the Key. You can catch Braves Country on Braves Country HD. Find us on YouTube today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, the Key in Newton, Georgia.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, 78,000 plus of you worldwide on that Shoutcast, shout it out loud. Across that RyanORadio media page on iHeartRadio and Amazon Prime. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, Earth Rock Radio, 25 real and internet radio stations on the Navajo Nation, Arizona, and also in New Mexico. We're across Iowa and Idaho as well. We're across Canada and 99.1 FM app. WQEE The Key, home of Southern Sports, inspirational talk, and so much more. We're all over YouTube, where we do get some trolls, but that's all right. We welcome them in as well. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday. You know what that means? It's time for movie reviews with our movie review expert. He is our Cisco, our Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to movie shows and everything on Netflix, Hulu, Roku, and whatever, and even out in the theaters. That's good. And if it's not so good, he turns into Stone Cold Shane B. Please welcome Shane B. Good morning, Shane. Hope you're having a great day, brother. We'll appreciate you being with us. Good morning, Cher. Thank you for joining us there in Iowa. I'm glad you're in with us. Before we kick off talking about anything else and top 10 and all that good stuff, I've got a good poll question this morning, and probably more featured to me than anybody else. It's which of these major reality TV shows did you or do you still watch? Of course, 48% saying Storage Wars. I still watch that. Cake Boss, 3% of the votes. Property Brothers, 10% of the votes. Are other with 38% of the votes. Of course, those are all my picks because I've watched them in the past. So which one or any other that you still watch reality show wise, Shane?
Reality shows. I was never a big fan of reality shows because they always felt scripted to some extent.
Right? They were scripted. Right.
I have to go with one that's probably Pawn Stars.
Oh, I like that one. I forgot that one too. Yeah. I lived out in Vegas and actually went to that place. And on TV, it looks like it's a very nice neighborhood, but it's not a nice neighborhood.
So it's just always kind of fun to play the guessing game. Like, oh, does that look real? Is it fake? It is real. How much do you think they'll offer for it?
Right.
Is the person going to take the money and just, this or that or that? Well, pretty much prearranged. That's what they put on TV. But most of it seems legit, I believe.
Oh, it's legit.
So when you got stuff like a rare coin from like the 1700s that, is impossible to find. The first place I'm not taking it is a pawn shop.
Oh, I know. That's not going to be where I go. And then, bring in the museum guy that looks like an Amish guy and everything. But I've been to that actual pawn place. The actual pawn shop is, it's in the north side of Las Vegas, and it's not really the best side. And then the other one was Counting Cars with Danny the Count Coker, who was a very big star there too. And he also bought out Vince Neal's former club there, and he's calling it Count 70s. Well, Count Vamp is what it's called. And so his little band plays there too. So when I was out in Vegas, I got to see a lot of these guys that you see on TV, and oh man, their areas were, some of their places were just not in the nice.
Definitely not. What's the other one? Hardcore Pawn.
Oh, I like that one up in Chicago. Yeah, that one. They were definitely not in the nicest. I mean, Detroit. I'm sorry, not Chicago, Detroit. They were definitely not in the nicest part of Detroit.
Not at all. There's another show. For all the trouble they got in, though.
Oh yeah.
And West Coast Customs.
Those were cool.
Those guys got into a lot of trouble over that show, though. Like, people were complaining how they basically destroyed their car just putting lipstick on the pig.
Yes, really.
But this show, or how do you say the concept, has made a resurgence here on Netflix.
Really?
I don't believe it's the same guys. But
Probably not.
It's from the co-creator of Pimp My Ride.
Okay.
Resurrected Rides.
Oh, I've heard about that. I've seen the previews on that. Really?
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Well, I tell you, a lot of this stuff, I've watched them over the years. I mean, majority of it is. I mean, I've been told about when I lived down in Vegas, I was told that majority of the Pawn Stars and the counting cars and all that was predetermined who they were bringing in because they just want to get hits and hits and hits. And they always bring in the big stars on counting cars. Just, hey, we're going to redo your car. Yeah, sure. I mean, I couldn't have got my car redone when I lived out there, Shane's. It cost way too much for me. But anyway, let's head into the what's hot and what's not. We already know Deadpool and Wolverine, you predicted would take the #1 spot again this week. So anything in the top 10 you had a chance to look at, or are you just like, yeah, whatever?
Watch Deadpool Wolverine again.
So that was whatever, because you watch it again.
This movie is actually they set a record. Well, Wesley Snipes did anyway. Apparently, according to Guinness, it broke world records.
Okay.
One being the longest gap between character appearances in Marvel films.
Right.
This record was currently held by Alfred Molina, who had the record as Doc Ock
Okay.
in the Spider-Man movies.
Yep. Remember that.
Another record he broke was longest career as a live-action Marvel character, and he beat out Hugh Jackman for that one.
Wow.
And that just makes sense. Like, I had to think about that for a second. It's like, oh yeah, because Blake was pretty much the one that started all of this. We have him thank for the string of this influx of the Marvel superhero movies. That's good on him. I think I'm still hearing great things about his appearance in the movie.
Right.
Hearing some criticisms about how Elektra is never really explained how she survives the final fight.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of her history and that was on Netflix.
Okay.
Done by Marvel.
Right.
They really get into it. They get into it more than like her solo movie.
Okay.
Weird. There's been rumors or outcry, sort of say, for wanting, I never remember her name, but the little girl who played X-23, about her becoming the new Wolverine. And it's like, no.
No, we can't do that.
Let her be X-23 and give her a movie.
There you go. That's what I say.
I'm going to fan outcry here. I agree. I'm not replacing people on those let's make new things. She can be a new thing. She's an actual character that existed.
Right.
Let's just keep this story going.
Exactly. You got to have spin-off stories and origin stories and how they become. I mean, you can make so much with some of these characters. You could do origin stories. You can do after the fact that they were part of these other movies. You can have other people visit their movies from the major movies. You know, you can do so much with it in the Marvel world as well as in the DC world. I mean, there's just so much that can be done. So, but
absolutely,
you know,
but some days at these times they just refuse to do it. Like you've heard the fans, you've seen what they paid for, you see what they like.
Exactly.
Capitalize on that.
Well, they're going to wait till later to do that. They just want to make you pay for it, pay millions now and pay millions later, you know, together. You know, we're going to do this and then later on we'll do that. And then, you know, spinoffs and this and then we'll do universes and different universes and multi-universes and everything. And so, you know, it's just, they're just trying to make more money off of everything, you know. So, but Deadpool and Wolverine, I got to give them credit. Second weekend in a row, taking the top spot, 97 million Twisters came in second place. Did you hear anything additional about that, or were you like, hey, I rewatched? You told me you rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine though.
Twisters, tried to give it a watch, and it's like I'm just watching Twister again,
Okay.
but just newer.
Right.
About the same premise. I'm trying to chase the tornadoes and get the technology into it. There's another team of people that got the more money, and
Right.
it's just the same thing. I don't care. Kind of fell asleep during it.
Wow. Poor you.
Just no interest
Well,
whatsoever.
No.
Which kind of fell in with this track movie. I want to talk about that after the break.
okay.
Get into that one.
Oh yeah. Well, we definitely need to talk about that movie. We'll go ahead and take a break now. That way we can talk about it, get a little bit more time with it. Back in a moment. Stay tuned. More RyanORadio Penitentiary right after this. Stay with us. We got Shane B with us talking movies, reviews, what's hot, what's not, and all that kind of good stuff. Just to let you guys know. Oh yeah. I watched some Unsolved Mysteries of 5 episodes on the Netflix. I actually liked it. Guys. Back in a moment. Except for the one weird. Have you got hey Shane, have you got a chance to check out that School Spirits I told you about?
Yeah.
Well, it's to me, I can't wait for it to come back for a second season. They didn't cram everything in there, and it was a good murder mystery, ghost, whatever you want to call it too. So, there was, like I said, there was parts of it that I probably didn't care for. The majority of it was a good concept. And then I watched season 2 of that 90s show. The first season they crammed everything in there because I guess they thought they wouldn't return. Season 2 was better. I don't know if you got a chance to see that 90s show season 2. It was better. It was more laid out. They weren't just cramming everybody in there. And Bob is back. So he moves across the street from them. So that sets up something for all of them. And Donna's the only one that made an appearance on this season. So it was, they didn't cram everything in. First season, they crammed everything in. I was like, what's going on? I think that season 1 could have been season 2, and season 2 could have been season 3. Season 3 could be season 4 if they did it right. I guess I just thought the original fans of the show would be like, all right, let's just watch one season and get rid of it. It's still the same weird kids, but at least the concept or the writing or whatever, each show was its own show rather than 500 things in one show. Going, what? The Bear.
Cut of this Rebel Moon finally on Netflix, and I swear.
Uh-oh.
I've heard nobody talk about this except for how long it is.
Uh-oh. Now that. What is it?
Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
All right, that's what I want to get that thing in there. We're getting ready to come back. Well, welcome back in. It's 23 minutes past the hour, 74 degrees. Your type of temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things and all. We're back to movie reviews with our friend Shane B, which is always here on a Tuesday morning in the final period of play. And of course, which of these major reality TV shows did you or do you still watch, guys? Go in to our poll question and vote. Storage Wars, Cake Boss, Property Brothers, or others. Right now, the Storage Wars is leading at 49% of the votes. All right, let's get right back to it. Before the break, you said you had a movie you wanted to talk about. And is it like the number 3 movie out there or something like that? What is this movie we're going to be talking about here shortly?
The latest, I don't know what they call it.
Oh, gosh.
Psycho thriller or
Okay.
project or commercial from M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, okay. Some I see dead people or the village out in the middle of a park. The flip-flop guy.
A director that's just known for being hit or miss.
Exactly.
Tries to have a twist in his movies.
Every one of them.
This one, we're still looking for the twist.
Uh-oh. Did he forget to do it?
Well, we think he did it, but not sure if it was supposed to be, because like the movie is pretty much laid out straightforward
Right.
and made no sense in a lot of parts. The hour 45 minutes
Okay.
could have been a lot shorter.
All right.
Heard somebody compared to this could have been an episode of like a TV show, like
Uh-oh.
a Law and Order or something.
Oh, really?
They trimmed so much of the fat off of this movie,
Right.
and it really shows.
Wow.
The main part about this movie is, well, let's just talk about our story. Written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, starring Josh Hartnett. Very better known for co-starring Pearl Harbor
Okay.
and the main kid in The Faculty. That movie, way back in the day. Well, it stars him. This was looked at as supposed to be like a resurgence of his career. Heard a lot of people praise that guy and they like his acting. They want to see him come back in the limelight. They hoping that this movie doesn't, put him back on the back burner
Right.
because of how bad it is. He's with his daughter Riley, played by Ariel Donahue.
Right.
The only thing I can think of her from is a TV show called Wolf Like Me.
Okay.
She's still got time. His wife, Allison Till, she was an American Horror Story section of that. Goon 1 and 2 and Snowpiercer. She plays a wife.
Yes, I know
Josh
her.
Hartnett. And the one, I don't even want to call her an actress because she really isn't, but basically the focal point of the movie, it felt like, was Balika Night Shyamalan.
Oh, okay.
Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're at a pop concert. Like, okay, we find out early in the movie that, Josh Hartnett did. The trailers don't really do much justice in trying to make it seem mysterious. It feels like you're left with that assumption, like there's like one good scene where he's walking through a bunch of cops walking past him, and he's got that look on his face, and it's just like, oh, yeah, well, he's the killer. And they waste no time. This movie in the beginning showing you that, oh, yeah, he's the killer.
Right.
Daughter
I
wants to go to this concert that lady, I think that was her name, Lady Raven.
Oh, sounds like a pop concert.
Mom's daughter. Yeah. She uses her actual name. That's her name that she performs under, Lady Raven or something like that. Some Raven.
Okay, Lady Raven. Okay, yep.
The daughter wants to go to this concert so bad. Okay. So dad takes her. Why? I don't know.
Well, I guess
Come
music.
on, whatever. He takes her.
Right.
And there's like a point where he looks at his phone and he's like, oh, he's got somebody trapped in a basement. And he like keeps checking in on his phone on this person. He's got some kind of camera feed on him. It's like, okay, well, let's just get that out of the way. But they go to this concert. It's the concert of the century. Of course, Cooper is this guy called the Butcher, the mass murderer. He chops up his victims and leaves the body parts, in random places so they can be found.
Wow.
But it's not really hiding his crime. It's like he wants to get caught. Yeah, Lady Raven, that is her name.
Yeah.
But they get there. For some reason, the cops want to use this concert as they think the killer is going to strike at the concert, so they're going to set up there
Okay.
to
Wow.
catch this killer. And like, I'm watching this, it's just like, well, why do you think the killer is going to do something at this concert?
Because that's the kind of music they listen to. I'm just kidding. That's the kind of music killers listen to. Oh man, still don't make sense, but still. Or it might be the kind of music that runs them crazy to where they're going to kill somebody.
Oh, probably. But the cops don't know what the killer looks like. There's no eyewitnesses. There's people who have different descriptions, so they don't even know who they're looking for. But kind of like with Dark Knight Rises, let's send every cop to this one location. And they'll catch them. And throughout this, he keeps making excuses while they're there to kind of wander off and check in on his captive. He sneaks off, talks to different people, different cops, trying to get an idea of, what's the buzz going on, their strategies, what people are saying, what they've seen. There's a Wayne's World moment where he dresses up like a vendor.
Okay.
Right? There's some cops like in a roof area, area where he shouldn't be. Cops like, oh, he shouldn't be here. And he's like, oh, it's okay. Look, I have an apron on. I work here. And he's like, oh, okay. And the cop is like, so who's in charge here? What you guys got going on there? Yeah, how's it going? He's like, well, I shouldn't tell you, but since you have an apron on and you work here, let me go ahead and break everything down for you. He breaks everything down for him.
Oh no.
Where are you telling this guy this? But you have a lot of information for the security guard. Like, yeah, now he has it. Now the hot dog guy knows all. Chris Farley scene in Wayne's World when they were asking him about Mr. Biggs. Where he's going.
Wow. Wow. Amazing.
There's a shirt vendor. He's trying to get a shirt for his daughter. Some other little girl's like, no, I saw that shirt first. So he's like, okay, you can have it. The vendor's like, hey man, that's really nice. People aren't really nice nowadays. but he doesn't know that.
Well, the butcher is a nice guy.
It's like, if I get, we got some more shirts in the bag when they call up. I'll save one for you. Like, okay. And comes back later and checks on with them. Like, oh, they haven't brought them out yet. I tell you what, I'm gonna go in the back room and grab them. How about you come with me?
Yeah, it makes sense.
What?
Exactly.
I don't know this guy.
Well, he seems like a nice guy. I mean, come on. You want to get fired? Just invite a fan backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just come on. We got shirts back here. You come back here. Yeah.
Security is so relaxed. They just goes backstage with them. Any boss in their right mind would have fired that shirt when they're on the spot.
Well, I mean, it was just Lady Raven. Come on. I said it was just Lady Raven. Come on. It wasn't like it was Beyonce or Taylor Swift.
She's supposed to be the girl.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like both of them. I know, but Lord, it just seems.
Concert of the century.
Yeah, concert of the century.
Leo.
Wow.
It leaves like this little bit of mystique, like he's gonna. Oh, is he gonna kill him? Is he gonna kill him? Oh, no, he didn't kill him. I was like, okay.
He just wanted a shirt. He just wanted a shirt. Yeah, he just wanted a shirt.
Like pushed a lady down the stairs. He does like big little things like that, like that cause distractions. Because looks like he's trying to see how the crowd by the security responds to different incidents. They like pushed a lady down the stairs once. It's like, geez, what is this? So
He wasn't too afraid.
I forgot a way to get out of here. But he figures he can. Oh, what if I sneak out in Lady Raven's limo? Like,
Okay.
No sense. But
Okay, I know. Makes no sense, but okay.
They make their way to the stage, and this is where we get our gratuitous M. Night Shyamalan cameo.
Uh-oh.
He's like her handler or something, whatever. Makes up the story about, oh yeah, we had some kind of arrangement with Lady Raven, my daughter has leukemia, she doesn't, and she's supposed to meet her and everything. Guy's like, I really should check with some people first, but I believe you. And let the little girl up on stage and her dancing.
Oh.
It's like the best moment of her life. They end up being able to go, backstage with Raven. Oh, that was the other thing. The at the beginning of this movie, she says this line a lot.
Okay.
When talking to the crowd with this phrase, I release you. And you think that's going to come back to play.
Right.
Maybe at the end of the movie.
Right.
Nope.
Man, this is confusing. This is the most confusing movie he's ever done.
But like when he's with the Raven girl, he reveals himself to her, reveals his plan, is like, play along, or else this guy on my phone here he's gonna get it. So for reasons, they go back to his house, and it's like he's trying to brush her off. It's like he's going down. And it's like he's trying to brush her off. He gives her every opportunity to leave.
Right.
Doesn't.
Go, yeah.
She invites herself inside. It's like, what are you doing? He's the butcher. Why are you getting closer to this guy? But now, the focal point of the movie. Now she's all of a sudden supposed to be a hero now.
That was the twist in the movie right there. Yeah, that was the twist in the movie.
It's just the specialness of putting his daughter out there like this. I'm going to make a star out of my daughter. Yeah. No, she can't act. Sorry. But,
Oh, Lord, what a
of
show.
course the cops show up.
movie.
She makes her way to the somehow makes her way into the bathroom with his phone. His phone that's supposed to control what happens to the person in the basement and There's a window in the bathroom. Hey, there's your way out. Besides your other ones.
Right.
Oh, still hanging around. She goes live on Twitter or Instagram or something. Don't call the cops. Let's do a live stream.
Well, that's what they all want to do, live stream. I mean, TikTok's more important than drop a few F-bombs. Come on.
It was just so frustrating to watch. But our cops show up, and of course, he has an escape tunnel. So he escapes. And so Lady Raven's finally like, okay, well, the cops are here, I can leave now. She goes back and gets in her limo. Where's your limo driver that should be opening the door, you ask? Good question. Who knows? Just gets in the car. At some point, yes, when the cops are there, or at some point in time, he kills the limo driver or takes him out. I don't never really see him kill. So now he's driving the car. And reveals himself to her. Like, oh no, what do I do? So they drive downtown.
Wow.
She makes her way out of the car at some point. Now the car is surrounded by all these crazy fans and paparazzi and stuff.
Right.
The car is surrounded. He changes clothes and makes like a dummy of himself and sneaks out the car.
What?
While it was surrounded. I don't know.
This is wow.
The movies, like, I don't know what's going on anymore. None of this makes any sense.
You lost me a long time ago, though.
But he goes back home and like this starts like 3 endings.
Oh wow, 3
Come
endings.
to find out his wife had her suspicion
Right.
about him. Like she thought he was having an affair or something, and like the concert ticket was supposed to tip her off or something. But she calls the cops. She called the cops to the concert.
Wow.
So allegedly she had her suspicions all along. He's back home. She like made a pie.
A pie.
Some roofies in it or something.
Oh, okay.
She's got a slice for herself. She does take a bite. And he's just sitting there munching away, not wondering why she's not eating any pie. Oh, no. I always sit and eat pie with my wife who doesn't eat pie. She has pie in front of me. And I did that.
That was the twist. Okay.
The guy shows up to the house. So now, he's roofied now. And they bust in, and he's a loopy. He's trying to escape. They tase him. He still doesn't go down.
Crazy people don't. That's true.
They tase him again. Finally, they get him.
All right.
All right, now we got him. So instead of immediately putting him in the car, they're standing around. Cops are, FBI, whatever, they're standing right there.
Right.
Able to go to a bicycle and pull one of the spokes off the wheels, one of those wired spokes. It's like, hello, is anybody watching this guy? No. Oh,
No, man. It's fine.
Murderer.
Yeah.
Nobody's keeping eyes on him.
It's okay.
So he has this metal pole now, this metal bicycle spoke now, and they put him in the car, and he does that little finish there. He looks back at the camera as the car is leaving, and it's like, oh, don't you dare try to think you're going to tease a sequel in front of me. How dare you?
Right.
The movie was just so drab. There was no humor. There were moments where it felt like they were trying to have humor, but it wasn't there. It's like, Shyamalan has can do humor.
Yeah.
Like Sign. Sign has some good humor.
Right, it did.
Subtle, nonchalant, some was in your face, but it had its humorous moments that were intentionally humorous. Something like The Happening. That movie was just supposed to be so serious, but it's a comedy.
Right.
Unintentionally.
Well,
this one don't bother.
well, it sounds like to
But I
me.
love M. Night Shyamalan. This one.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip it because I don't want to. I like a lot of his movies, and of course, one I can watch a couple of times, maybe not over and over, but I can watch at a majority of his is The Village because of the way the concept of it and the guy the family that owned the land, which was a park and everything. You know, people that haven't seen it, I'm not giving away the story because it's been out many years ago. But I mean, the way it was set up and everything, and it was just perfect. And then the blind girl that was part of it, not knowing reality, and it was just perfect the way it was. So this one sounds like it was a straight up American Horror Story, less American Horror Story, I think. It's like,
yeah, it could have been an episode of that.
Yeah,
It's an hour long.
that's all it needed. Wow. Oh my goodness. All right, we're about 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. We got a couple more minutes with you, Shane. Anything that you got? What's hot? What's not? What's going on around the world of entertainment?
Joe Rogan, Netflix.
Oh,
Rogan just did a special one. It's another one of these Netflix live events they seem to have been doing there lately.
okay.
Comedians, so he did this on August 3rd called Burn the Boats. And this is like his third Netflix special. First time he's done a special in 6 years. I believe it was, yeah. It's been 6 years since he's done a special.
Right.
So this was a nice return of him back to the stage. Did this one at the Majestic Theater in San Antonio, Texas. And I like it. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Even though he recycled one of his jokes from years ago. But it was kind of adding on to a point that he was making about something else. I just remembered hearing that joke, and I was just like, all right, well, at least you tied it in to your new stuff.
Right.
And it's a really funny joke, you know, like seeing the laughter that it got that night compared to the first time I heard it. It was still getting the same thunderous laughter. It's like, well, I guess you gotta win with that one. Yeah, don't let it go anywhere. But he gets a bunch of things. Not really political. He does get into the wokeness era and what it means to be a woman nowadays and how you can take advantage of that in the prison systems.
Oh, that's. Oh,
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yes, well, you know, after taking edibles, some fear factor stuff.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Aliens.
Okay. I like that. I like he's kind of making fun of some of the stuff, and he's also making fun of himself in a way too for some of the stuff he has on his show. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, he did attack himself, especially with the way he was attacked by the media, like, you know,
Yeah.
the people, you know, how he was attacked for the whole during the pandemic thing, and people were like, oh, Joe Rogan's not a doctor, and he's just like, I am not a doctor, I'm a professional a-hole.
There you go. All right, give him credit.
I can't believe it. I am not a doctor.
Thank you.
It's like you take advice from a guy that was on a show that had people competing against each other, eating the most disgusting stuff in the world, you know. And you're like,
I love it. I love it. Respect. I have much respect for that. I have much respect for that.
Good hour. I think like hour and 7 minutes long. On Netflix, he wrote and directed everything. So, you know, he had all the control.
Well, of course it is. It's Joe Rogan's. He's gonna be vulgar. So.
Oh
Oh.
man, news update on the. Everybody's waiting on this show, the Lando Calrissian TV show that's supposed to debut on Disney Plus. Canceled.
Really?
No surprise there. No
Wow.
surprise there.
Wow.
Supposed to star Donald Glover too.
Oh yeah.
Anybody's surprised. Nobody's happy with his performance in that Han Solo movie.
I
don't know
agree.
why they thought they were going to get a TV show out of that, but that's that.
Well, seems a good bunch of good stuff out. Some things on. Any more updates on any deaths in the world of entertainment? Because I know I've been seeing a lot of stuff.
Not that I've heard.
Okay.
That had any that's caught my attention. But next weekend we got Borderlands. There's a live action movie, another one based on the video game, and then
Okay.
have this trying to compete with Deadpool and Wolverine.
I don't think so.
I'm not gonna feel good about Borderlands.
No, I don't think it's gonna.
The trailer is really selling it.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do anything with them coming out. Well, Shane, as always, it's wonderful having you on the show, talking some great movie shows, reality shows, whatever is going on, comedy specials and everything. Tell everybody how they can follow you and all that good stuff and what's coming up next for you.
With Sick 2210 on YouTube. Gonna start working here or finishing up part 2 of Leave the World Behind. We're streaming on Sundays now. Stream on one channel. Me, my producer, and another guy. It's his stream called Internet Outlaws. I share that in the Messenger group and on Facebook at Shane B.
Yes, you do.
Then after his show, I do my own little podcast show. We talk about a mixture of everything, try to keep it mostly about movies and stuff, just what's going on screen.
Right.
It's called 16-ounce Curls.
Love it.
So Sunday is stream day now.
Hey, Sunday is stream day for you guys. Check it out. And he's always sharing it in our feed and everything too, guys. I love it. I love checking out Shane. All right, guys, we're going to be back here in a moment. Close out the show after this. All right, brother. Wonderful as always.
Okay.
As always.
That trap movie, I just
I can't believe he just did. I can't believe he didn't have some kind of twist at the end where, you know, basically the killer wasn't the killer for real. Put him in a mental hospital or something. Or he was just a mental patient. Or he could have been an author, man. At the end, when he gets caught and he turns around, you go to his house and he's in there writing this story. That would have been the twist. Then you'd have been like, oh, okay.
I would have had the wife be the killer. And she was
Yes, thank you. Something like, and she actually would have been good because, like I said, she's been on American Horror Story and other things like that too. So yeah, she'd have been perfect to be the killer. Everything's pointing at him, but everything's pointing at him, but it ends up being her. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
All right, brother. We'll talk again. I know, right? Well, we'll talk again next week.
All right.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.
All right. I'll enjoy it.
All right, brother. Computer glitch, my rear end. Who's having a computer glitch? Hello. Hello. Howdy. Is this AI? Hello? What? What? it's the bar. Oh, I got some good news stories for the bar.
Baseball Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday.
Yeah, I remember that a few weeks back. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. I thought somebody did something today. I was like, what?
Bring you the best chicken around. So great. Baseball Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. McMahon and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. McMahon and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE.
Oh, you had to get some coffee. Okay. As long as you got coffee and you're not holding something else, that's fine. You got that right. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only Ryan Neal. Thank you to Shane B once again for movie reviews. Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat, our sports analyst, and everything this morning. Coming up on Thursday at Greenville Street Park here in Newton, featuring family-friendly music and entertainment with food trucks and live venues. It's summer Noonan nights as we heading back to school last week. This is the last part of the summer there to have a little bit of fun, be a part of that. This is coming up Thursday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Also, a GoFundMe account's been set up for Evelyn life-saving cancer treatment, and you guys can check that out on our WQEE page for further details. All right, let's get into this. We're getting ready to close out. We've got a couple more minutes. Tomorrow's Weird Wednesday. Randy Rocket Cody will join us in the final period. He and I are going to talk about giants, the ones they talked about in the Bible. He's got a part two to the first part of that story that he talked about a few months back. Updates on Jack the Ripper and a couple other things. And we're going to talk about the Mick Mars Motley Crue situation because he is metal's top journalist, the king of heavy metal, the one, the only Randy Rocket Cody from the MetalDen.com joins us on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to histories and mysteries. We're going to hit the road and travel with our tour guide, our travel expert, Sally Toole. Will talk to us on Thursday about some historic sites throughout Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and around the states, even in Tennessee. And it's going to be some good stuff. And the history and the mysteries behind them. That's on Thursday's show. Plus, ladies and germs and boys and girls and children of all ages. We got Friday's show coming up for you, too. May have a special guest on Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. Let's get ready to get out of here. Stay tuned for last hour broadcast at the top of the hour with Deborah Harris from Kingdom Connection Church, sponsored by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Then we'll follow that up with Pastor Terrell's Life Church in McDonough, Georgia. The best sports lineup in the business begins at noon with the Rod Peterson Show, 12 to 2, 2 to 3, but the Sports Beat Richard Holdridge, 3 to 5 will be Braves Country Radio. Live. That's right. Also want to go ahead and tell you guys, coming up, August 31st begins our sports coverage of Point University. The Skyhawks Radio Network joins WQEE. Skyhawk Sports, all beginning with football, all through fall, all the way to spring sports and everything. We kick off with the Skyhawks right here on the network, August 31st. You have a great rest of your day, too, Sharon. I saw shows earlier you talked about you were into reality shows and everything. But I tell you what, which of these major TV shows did you do or do you still watch? Did you or do you still watch? Storage Wars took the number one spot, 48%. 3% to Cake Boss, 10% to Property Brothers, and every other show out there, any other show, is getting 38% of the votes. There you go. We thank you guys for being with us. All right, that's all that's going on and everything. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Kind of funny glitch at Skyhawk word. Yes, indeed. All right, we're going to tell you, I hear the bell ringing. Sounds like Johnny Cash. I hear the bell ringing. Sounds like Johnny Cash trying to talk in the background. I'll tell you what. It's like Elvis. Thank you very much. But anyway, guys, we hear the bell ringing. We're going to get out of here tomorrow morning. I'm back with Weird Wednesday, and we're going to talk about a conjuring houseworker who was fired because a ghost accused him of theft. That's one of our top stories tomorrow. Plus whatever's going in the news we will have for you. RyanORadio Penitentiary. You guys in lockdown, we're going to let you out on good behavior. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Skyhawk is a military operation. They're also a name of a college football team here, the Skyhawks. They're coming after me. All right, guys, we're getting ready to get out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you that were on with me this morning. We have Randy tomorrow. You're going to love Randy Martin and everybody else. He always dives deeper into news sources. He's got news sources that dive deeper into some of the stuff you guys are talking about, and he has the actual evidence for his background for all of his stuff. So you're going to really enjoy it. Tune in tomorrow. We'll see you on your flip side. Good morning. Hello.
Hi, this is Joyce. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Joyce. How about you?
This is about the new Medicare benefits with cashback up to $175. And I believe you have active Medicare Part A, right?
Well, I do have everything I need. So there's nothing else I really
I
need.
believe you are under the age of 50 to 85, correct?
Oh, I am. How do you know? Can you see me? Do I look young? Sorry I was late, Gary says. Good morning, Gary. No problem. Yeah, Storage War is still good there, 12. No problem, Gary W. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. I was going to mess with them, but they don't want to mess with me. All right. They're starting to realize I'm messing with them. They're slowly not calling me anymore. I'm actually getting real people leaving messages now and everything. I thought somebody had left a 29-minute message yesterday. I was like, what is this? I pressed it, listened to it through my feed because I get it all into my phone, and it was an actual customer. So I was like, oh, yay! I got a lot of stuff to do today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys being with me. See, can we come off? Peace.